Good morning, YGO family. Let's get right to it. No fear, no flex, no foolishness. Apple is sitting right on my PD 15, which is my previous day high 15-minute. What happened last week? Yesterday at 328.30. And here's the question this trade is asking us: do you move on a feeling, or do you wait till the room agrees with you? Because in trading and in life, confirmation before movement isn't slow; it's wisdom. All right, let me hit you with this disclaimer that I have to do. This content is for educational and informational purpose only. It is not financial advice or recommendation to buy or sell any ticker options. Involve substantial risk and not suitable for every investor. Always do your own research, manage your risk according to your own financial situation. All right, you know who this is. This is TJ, and this is You Got Options, where strategy meets stewardship. We don't guess around here. We study the levels. We wait for agreement. We trade with discipline. Today, we're looking at Apple on the 15-minute chart, and this is a clean decision zone setup. What I'm seeing is Apple had a strong move, as we can see here on yesterday. Um, It moved from 316 to 318 level, pushed hard all the way up into the 328 area. And now price is consolidating right now near the top of the move. And as you can tell by in pre-market, it's sitting and hovering right above there. So current price right now is 328.37, um, which is right below 328.30. So I mean 328.37. So it's right on top of it. So it's sitting. We're sitting where see what buyers need to prove that they can hold this control. So buyers going to need to show me that they can hold and here. So they already pushed up past the PD, but when the market open, we got to see what happens. Um, the EMA is supporting the move too as well. And my EMAs is the 8, which is my white line, and the 21, which is the purple line. So right now everything is looking towards bullish for me. So that's why I said these to confirm. My my bias right now is bullish. So, but as you know, we're gonna see what the market tells us what it's gonna do. Um, so So here on the upside, my first target is going to be 333.30, which is my 1 to 2 risk to reward. And if we can get some more volume and keep pushing, we're in no man's land because it's already above all time highs. So we still trade with caution. But if we can get a little bit more volume and buyers want to continue to run, we're looking at three. My second take profit is at 335.80. Um, the line buyers need to hold, like I said, is the 328.30, which is my previous day 15-minute high. And the line the sellers need to break is the 325.80, which is my previous day low 15-minute. On the downside, if price loses the 320.80, well, I'm sorry. On the downside, if I do the break and retest, so if the sellers break this 320, lose 325.80, I don't just jump in. I wait for it to come back and show me that that's what the move really is. So if it comes back and hold at the previous day low and go back in the same direction, going with pressure going down. My first take profit is looking at 320.80 with pressure. If it, like I said, we still have more volume, we'll go down to 318.30, and all that does, and the reason it could happen because all this liquidity that's built up from the buyers, it might come back down. That's why I said we have to be careful because it might come back down to try and take up that before going all the way higher. So that's why I put it in both directions. And these lines that I drew yesterday are key support lines where there's been price had a big move on yesterday. You see where when price got to this level, there was a bounce here, so we could still see that bounce. That's why I say If at market open it shoots down, I don't just jump in and think it's going to keep going down, but come back and retest and show me that that's really where you want to go. And that's why my first take profit is at another key support level here where price bounced and went back up. And then finally, if it keep going down, then we have it here. So that's why these are here. I don't have anything up here because we're at all-time highs. My take profits are from how the ATR levels of Apple, which is, ATR is $7. So that's why that's how I came up with um, my ATR as far as my take profit one and two, because it's in line with what how Apple could move. But the only part we got to keep in mind, yesterday Apple has already surpassed uh, it surpassed ATR, so it's way past the full ATR. If you see here, so for the week. But who knows? The daily ATR for Apple is still $7. It normally moves around that for the last couple of days. So we keep that in mind. Um, let me. So and as we talk about, I'll let me hit you with the um, and I just alluded to what my edge is, which is the ORB retest. So let me hit it for the people that are new. This is where the principle really lives. A breakout by itself is just an opinion. It isn't proof of anything until the retest. Like I said, the retest is the room is the room checking itself. And when volume shows up on the retest, that's agreement. That's confirmation. From 9:30 to 9:45, I let the first 15-minute print, no trade before 9:45, and that's my open range. That's where like I said, I wait to right now. This is my previous day, the way it ended. But for the first 15 minutes, I let that first 15-minute candle print for me. The only thing that will cancel it out for me is if it breaks here and comes back and tests this and moves up within that first 15 minutes. That still aligns with my breakout and retest. And so, but and after that, like I said, I need a candle to close, not a wick. I needed to close above here, retest with, and come back up with conviction. So the checklist is open range, displacement, retest, confirmation of volume. So so that's what I look for in either direction. So here we go for calls. We already went through this again, so I just wanna, because I know I've been rambling. So let me finish it up with letting you know what I'm looking at again. If I'm looking for calls, it has to break and retest and with confirmation. First first stop is 330. Um, 330, 330. Second stop 335.80. For the bearish, it breaks and retests at 325.80. My first stop down to my knees to pray is 320.80. That's my first take profit. And put and my next put take profit is 318.30. So and we always know we don't get in if we don't know where we're going, how much we're going to risk. We don't, where we're going to put our stop loss for me to get in. My stop loss is going to be right below the previous day, 15. If that's what we use, um, then that's where we will get in. We'll put my stop loss on the other side, say about around 327.48. And then on the other side, 326.48, somewhere around there. If it goes, if I'm using this as uh, my level for where it retests, just on the other side, just protecting protecting my investment. So like as I say, if you don't know what you want to risk, you're not really ready to trade. So and then as you hit yours, and then what I would do, this is another thing I've been thinking out. Once you hit your take profit move, that's the only time you move your stop. I would move my stop loss up to break even, so that to let the rest of the work, if the let the rest of the work to get to the take profit too. I would move it to break even, so to see if the chart still agrees. The goal isn't to be right every time. The goal is to protect your capital and let the edge play out. So here we go. So here's the plan, plan of truth for today. 328.30 is the boundary buyers need to hold. 325.80 is the boundary sellers need to break. And that either way, I'm not moving until the room agrees. If this has helped you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with somebody who needs to learn patience before they learn profit. So we just trying to help out here. This is what I'm trying to do, is I'm showing you, I'm giving you a peek into my plan. So I hope this helps. I hope you have a great trading day. This is You Got Options. Study the levels, wait for agreement, trade with discipline. No fear, no flex, no foolishness. God bless you.